Okay, this is a Mark 16 naval mine. It was commonly used in World War II. It had two ways of detonating. There was a copper antenna that used the seawater as an electrolyte to start the charge. It also had these little glass vials on the, for want of a better term, the prongs here. So underneath right in here, there was a glass vial that had acid, and the acid would pour in and act as the triggering mechanism in setting it off. So they would anchor these at the bottom of the ocean. See here the anchor? And then they would float up. And they could be just below the surface or right at the surface. Generally, they were left about 10 feet below the surface, depending upon if they were in a tidal pool. If they were in an area where the actual tides came in and out, they would actually be lower. These had approximately 300-pound charge, but remember, the charge didn't need to be that big because they were blowing it below the line of the water. So much like when you have a bomber hitting a plane attacking a ship, a normal bomber is hitting the top of the ship, which is, although it's heavily armed, it's not, you can't, it's harder to sink it because you're not shattering the ability to keep the water out. But like a torpedo bombers sink ships because they're hitting below the water line and causing the water to come in and sink the ship. So the Russian Navy in World War II sunk more Japanese ships with mines than they did with their surface flotilla. They had a crappy Navy anyway, but yeah, mines are a big ongoing problem. And with new swarm technology, they'll come out where they won't be the traditional mines like this. They'll be like propelled mines, and they'll group around a ship, and they won't have charges this big, like a giant charge this big. They'll have shaped charges that will attach to the hull. They'll be like mini torpedoes. But anyway, that's the future. And check it out. Thank you. I'm out. Bye.